What's up everybody, and thank you for joining me for another video. My name is Whack4863, but you can call me Whack. I'm back with another video about Nightingale, and now, if you didn't see the first video I did about this game, you can check it out. I will link it in the description of this video. However, it has hit Steam and Epic Game Store, so you can go over to your preferred platform and wishlist it so you get updated when the game launches and it's available for purchase. So there are some interesting tidbits that I want to point out from their Steam page. First of all, the release date is scheduled for Q4 of 2022. So the end of 2022 sometime, we should see this launch into early access. And it is launching into early access, and they want you to be involved as much as possible in the continued development of the game. Now, currently on the Steam page, they don't have a Discord link, but it does talk about joining Discord so that you can be an integral part of the development process. I'll expect to see that link added to their Steam page closer to the actual launch into early access. Now, in my previous video, I mentioned that there were some scenes that I showed that had a first person and what was possibly a third person view. However, their Steam page has cleared this up, saying Nightingale is a first-person PvE open-world survival crafting game played solo or cooperatively with friends. Build, craft, fight, and explore as you venture through mystical portals into a variety of amazing and fantastical realms. Honestly, guys, that's the way they wrote it, fantastical realms. And I love the way that they use this terminology. It's so much more fun to say fantastical than it is to just say fantastic. But let's unpack this for a moment. So it is going to be a first person only game. They are not going to have third person. Maybe down the road they'd add that since it is going into early access, but at least when it launches into early access, it will be first person only. Something that worries me a little bit about that is that sometimes there's a lot of head bob in first person view, and I've got some friends that get motion sick if they play games that have a lot of head bob, so hopefully they have a feature to shut that off or to minimize that so that those people can enjoy Nightingale with those of us that don't have that issue. Now, this is being developed as a player versus environment game, so it is not noted that it's going to have a player versus player mode or area or anything like that. So for all you PvPers out there, if you're not sure if the PvE content will keep you entertained for long, be sure to check out my channel as I cover this game when it comes out and as it launches, so you'll know whether this is a solid investment. The other interesting note here is that it says played solo or cooperatively with friends. So as I read through the Steam page, it does not say that it is massive online multiplayer. It says it has online co-op, which means that one person is going to be the host, and then you're going to invite your friends to your game, and that's the way that you're going to play cooperatively. It'll also be interesting to see how many players can actually join and how the stability is of playing the game cooperatively. As you may know from playing other co-op games, sometimes you just reach a limit where the game is unplayable for that many people, or the game developers decide on a certain number that they cap it at, and you're only able to play it with that many people. That's where having the ability to have a server really opens the door to more players being interactive together. So my standpoint right now is that it's only going to have cooperative mode, but again, this is going into early access, so you never know where the community will steer the game once they get involved and start sharing feedback with the development team. But if I was to make a prediction based off the trailer footage that they've released, I would say that you're able to add at least 8 friends, because there's 9 people standing in front of the portal in this scene in their trailer. Now, to me, it does sound like there's either a story that you're following or there is at least an end game. There is a goal of what you're doing in Nightingale, which is something that I feel like a lot of survival games miss in their development of games. You get into a survival game, you're playing along, you're building your shelters, and then all of a sudden you realize that's the content, that is what you're expected to accept as a full-fledged game. And unfortunately, a lot of really great survival games just end up feeling like they're a grind simulator. You go out, you harvest all this stuff, you build something great, you become a powerful warrior, you're killing everything that comes to your way, and then you realize that you've sat there and spent hundreds of hours playing a grind simulator. However, in Nightingale, they say your goal is to become a skilled realm walker and navigate the web of trans-dimensional portals. Only then can you discover your way to the magical city of Nightingale, the last known bastion of humanity. So getting to Nightingale is the ultimate goal, and it'll be interesting to see whether the game ends there and you start over, or what they have in store when you reach Nightingale. Another thing that I'm really excited about reading here is that you are able to have NPC workers. So it says you can even recruit NPC workers to help expand your homestead, automate production, and assist in resource gathering. Now, it doesn't sound like you'll have a follower necessarily, like someone to join you in combat. I'm not sure that it's needed, but we do know that we will have NPC workers helping us expand our base, automate production, and listen to this, probably the best thing in here, resource gathering. That's right, survivors, you don't have to do it all. You can recruit NPCs to go out and gather resources at your behest. Now let's talk about monsters coming to destroy your base. It says on their Steam page, fend off incursions by the Twisted Fae, mimicries of humanity known only as the Bound. Now, I really like a mechanic that sends monsters to attack your base. However, I don't want it on a daily basis or a nightly basis. I want to have some time to build up and repair in between. Much like the Purge system is in Conan Exiles, I'd like to see a system something like that in this game. Now, to wrap this all up, I want to talk a little bit about the game graphics and the art style. I really enjoy it. I think it's really elegant looking and really beautiful. I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on this game and giving it a good go myself. My understanding is that all the footage that they've released thus far is all gameplay footage. There's nothing that's been tweaked or changed or done in CG. This has all been in-game gameplay footage. So that's really cool in my opinion. You guys let me know in the comments section if you are as excited as I am for Nightingale and if you added it to your wish list. I'd like to thank all my YouTube members for your continued support. Y'all are absolute legends. If you'd like to become a legend, there's a button that says join on this page. Click that for details. There's 2 videos on the screen. Click one of those to watch next, and I'll meet you over there.